Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana Inganga and I'm a HR professional, and today on our talk we're going to focus on resignation etiquette. How do you leave your employer gracefully when you're transiting from one employer to the next employer? Because you see, in the world of today, relationship and networking is the currency that is actually moving the career world, and it is very important that you close one door very well so that you don't know where your future is going to land you. And today I'm going to unlock ways on how you're going to do a good transition even as you're leaving your employer, moving to the next employer. And one thing that you actually need to do is make sure that your immediate supervisor is aware that you're leaving the organization, so that he doesn't have to listen to other people or get the grapevine from other employees that you're leaving the organization and he or she is not aware. So it is very important that you tell your immediate supervisor that you're leaving the organization. And the second thing for you to do is actually just make sure you do a professional resignation. If you're supposed to actually serve a 1 month notice, it is important that you do it in a professional way, so that you don't just wake up in the morning and tell people you're leaving and you leave them in a very bad space. Just make sure that when you serve the 1 month notice, you're doing what is right, you're doing what is required of you during the 1 month. And if you're going to, because we have other people that you're not going to serve 1 month, depending on the organization. Some organizations, they require to give a 1 month notice or 2 month notice. It is important you abide by the procedures of the organization that you work for. So it is very, very important that you actually resign in a professional way. And the third thing that you actually need to do, even as you've already given your resignation, it is important for you to do what you're supposed to do, and don't get in a staycation mode that, wow, now I'm leaving this organization, and now you just give the bare minimum, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and other people are wondering that now you just get to the office, you do the bare minimum, and you're not doing what you're supposed to have to do in each and every day. Even as you're leaving, just make sure that you're doing everything that is right. And another thing is that don't trash your employer, because I know some people, they always get hurt with their current employers. Where you're working, maybe they've done you very bad or they've done you very good, depending on why you're leaving the organization. It can be for greener pastures, or maybe you just want to go and catch a breath, which is okay. But now, don't trash your employer. Don't start telling other colleagues who are being left behind that the employer was very bad or the culture of the organization was very toxic. It is important that you know that other people are remaining behind, and even as they are remaining behind, leave them with a positive impact. Don't leave them with a damage that even them they're now thinking on how they are going to leave the organization. So it is very important. And another thing that you need to do, actually send a thank you email. Those people who made you stay very well in that organization, make sure you're telling them that thank you so much, that during this my tenure in this organization, was it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, they actually made an impact in your life. For them to actually know that even as they're remaining with the other colleagues, they did something good. So it is important, even during your transition, you're doing that. And another thing that you actually need to do, even as you're transiting from one employer to the next, just keep your personal information confidential, because you don't have to tell people the way you're going to a very good employer, you're going to a very good place compared to the current place that you're in. So just make sure that those information, you keep them to yourself, that you don't have to tell other people the way you're going to greener pastures. That is up to you, just to make it confidential. And another thing that you actually need to do, make sure you do your exit interview and be honest as possible. Be more diplomatic, because you're on record. Just make sure that everything that you say, they're actually honesty, and you're not just trying to witch hunt anyone or do anything that is not going to serve other people that are remaining behind. So make sure you're honest as possible. And also, one last thing, make sure you leave a room just to boomerang, because you never know where the future will take you. And once a door is closed, it doesn't mean that it can never be opened, because you never know, your employer might need your services in future. And it is very important that you actually close that door very gracefully, and you leaving a very good lasting impression. Thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure, even as you're trusting God to move to a different employer, make sure leaving a very good lasting impression is very, very important. And resignation etiquette can never be assumed, and you can never do otherwise. Make sure you do better for you to become better and do great. Thank you so much. Until next time, goodbye.